relics of the ancient past. Chaos rises, shadows cast. A force of nature, wild and free, bringing worlds to their knees. Waters rage and cities fall. In his wake he conquers all. Chaos reigns, his power untamed. In his wrath none remain.
Alright, everyone. Take two. Welcome back to more Trails. Last time we pretty much continued Reen's story. We went and we reunited with our sister, Elise. And then after Elise, after reuniting with Elise, we also did C's route. We pretty much started with C's route, and then we went back to Reen doing some of Reen's, and then we ended up reuniting with our sister, with Reen's sister. He's not happy that Elise is actually, joined us on this, but yeah, he's just being the overprotective brother. Now, if you guys are wondering about Shade, a few things happened and I'm not allowed to use Shade, so that's why I'm using Hero instead of Shade. So, yeah, don't think that I didn't want to use Shade. It's, and stuff like that. It's that I'm not allowed to. So that kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in the works, because I was planning on using Shade and then Hero because, he was the runner-up. But because I can't use Shade, I'm gonna be doing, I'll be focusing more on,
Hey, Dorothy. Good to see you.
not exercises, field study. Anyway.
Pretty good, all things considered. Actually, my publisher's been pushing me to become a full-time author after how well my latest novel sold. But I like my work as a curator too, so I don't think I'm ready to quit just yet.
That's great. Always nice to have options.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I didn't want to really leave you guys out with another, not, commentary-esque thing. I mean, I'm not feeling the greatest. I mean, that's kind of why, the last part had any commentary. I'm well enough to do commentary, and stuff like that. So, that's kind of why I wanted to give you guys some commentary, and stuff like that. So, yeah. But now that, he's not, now that, I'm trying to figure out who the next character would be. I'm enjoying Cold Steel as much. Well, I'm trying to enjoy Reverie, and I found out that we're not even a quarter. This is only Act 1, not chapters, mind you, acts, and stuff like that. I don't know how many acts there are, but I would say the only thing that I would have to complain about is the lack of a calendar system, and the fact that they lock you out of a certain route. After you get up to a certain amount, the game will lock you out, force you to switch to another route, advance that route, and then lock you out on that route and then go to the next route. So I'm trying to get through a lot of Lloyd's route because I don't really like Lloyd that much. So I'm trying to get through his route, but they locked me out of a certain event that I haven't been able to get to continue. That's why we went to C's route, and then they started locking us out of C's route, and that's why we went back to Rain's route, and that's why we're here. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna lock us out of Rain's route and force us to do either Lloyd's route or C's route. And I'm 99% sure that this C is not Crow. If it is, I'll be surprised, but I do not think that this C that we're seeing in this game is Crow. I'm 99% sure that this is not Crow. It would make sense because, and the fact that, they are saying that, oh, he's from the Liberation Front, terrorists, which is what Crow was back in the first Cold Steel. But are they ballsy enough to go down that same route again? They pulled it in the first game in Cold Steel 1. Are they ballsy enough to go down the same route again? Honestly, I don't think they are. But this is also the same company that has supposedly killed off characters, and then somehow they get brought back for the next game. So it would not surprise me It would not surprise me at this rate if they would.
It's a popular spot to relax and unwind.
Don't I know it? Taking some good-ass naps here. Oh, there he is.
This music is always so beautiful.
Funny.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, so it's Elliot. Way to go. We don't know who the others are.
I think I'm with them on this one. It's not often our ensemble comes together this perfectly.
It's good to see him again. It is. Now, Elliot, he's not my favorite Class 7 member. And he's not my favorite character. But he's not the worst character. And, I mean, as you know, I have characters that I would put in F tier. And then there are characters that I would put in S tier. For me, Elliot's more of a C tier, He's not... Mind you, there's a lot of characters in this franchise. Again, I've only played up to I've only played Cold Steel 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and now Reverie. So I haven't really played, the Sky trilogy and the Crossbell duology. I haven't played those yet. And I haven't played Daybreak 1, 2, or 2 yet. So I don't know how those characters would would play out. But from what I'm seeing, from the characters that I'm seeing in Cold Steel 1, 2, 3, 4, and Reverie, there's a lot of good, decent characters. And let me know if you guys want me to do a tier list or a rank video featuring all of the characters
Sorry for making
from the Trails franchise.
glad you stuck around for the show. What'd you think? No need to be polite. Tell us how you really did.
I thought it was brilliant. You were in perfect harmony with one another.
I was genuinely speechless.
Yeah, almost hurts that I wasn't able to catch the start of it.
I'll take that.
I would actually have to agree with them, is that it's great that Elliot can actually, we knew that he loved music from ever since Cold Steel 1 and stuff like that. So the fact that, that he can, play in perfect sync with anyone like this, and it almost sounded like it was like we were listening to one person and not 4 people. So I would have to agree with Reen that it was great, and then I would have to agree with both with Ash and Altina that wish that we could have seen the beginning, and we were surprised. I mean, because we knew that Elliot was great in music and he was gonna succeed in the music, but I didn't really think that he would succeed up to this level, like, especially with with these people who I honestly don't remember who they are. If they are in I don't remember if any of them were in Cold Steel. I don't remember, but and if they were, please let me know. If they were, I don't honestly. There are so many characters in this franchise at this point that I don't recognize, like, a lot of the side characters. Like, majority of, like, the main cast, like main cast characters or main group of characters, like Lloyd's group, Reen's group, and the new characters that are in this game, the ones from Seed's group. Those characters I do remember, and I do remember seeing, but and then of course, there's Joshua and Estelle, the people from the Sky trilogy that I would probably recognize. But a lot of these side characters, I don't think I would actually remember. So but besides that, There's one thing that I'm still trying to figure out. How are we gonna level up? You know, how are we going to level up? Is there an, like in Cold Steel 1 there was the old schoolhouse. In Cold Steel 2 there wasn't really an area to level grind. In Cold Steel 3 it was the what's that called? There was there was an area in the branch campus. I just don't remember the name of the a name of it, but I do remember it, but I don't remember the name of it. And you had to go to there for tests and stuff like that. So I do remember that, and that area was a good area to level up, a level grind and stuff like that.
How
In
tranquil this place usually is. I can't help but always think of when the ILF made a mess of it.
4 didn't really have anything either to level grind. So I wonder if
Nice.
I wonder if if this one is gonna have an area to level grind. Come on, fish. Oh,
It got away.
I've never been successful in any fishing except for Animal Crossing. Oh. And that's sad. I mean, yes, I've done a little bit in this and stuff like that. But oh yeah, Sonic Frontiers, that's another one that I was semi good with, but come on, fish. But yeah, I never actually was able to get the thing in Persona, and that's sad because in Persona there's a
Not bad at all.
there's an actual mission that you got to do in Persona 4 that inquires fishing. So it's not that I dislike the fishing. It's that I wish that there was an easier mechanic for it. You know, like you know, like how it was in Cold Steel 1. And and also in Arise, in Tales in Arise and Cold Steel 1, I love the fishing in those games because they made it easier. Same thing with Milliam.
All right, we can officially cross Frankel's Plaza off the list. I'm ready to hit up the next spot.
There's no need to be in such a rush. How do you still have space in your stomach for more?
You insult me, sis. I need to try all the capital's mouth-watering morsels. I can't throw in the towel this early.
You need to sample them all without eating more than your body mass in one sitting.
Says you. I'm still growing. I gotta eat. Growing up has less to do with regular consumption and more to do with acting like an adult.
Way to go. Very well said. There's Usis. Yay. And then of course there's Milliam. I'm glad that we brought her back.
That, by the way, if you want me to start acting like an adult, then you've got to start treating me like it. How's the girl supposed to feel big without being called a big sister? Counter-argument to your counter-argument. That makes no sense. Yes, it does. Don't be mean.
No, it doesn't. And the fact that, Milliam was only created first and then Altina, but it wasn't very long that between Altina and Milliam. And did they change Milliam's voice actress again? Because that does not sound like how she was in Cold Steel 4. I know that in Cold Steel 1 she had a different one. In Cold Steel 2 she had a different one. 3 she had a different one. I think 4 was the same as 3. I think 3 and 4 were the only game that actually had the same voice actress for Milliam. Also, I'm not sure, 100% sure, but I've been playing as you guys know, I've been playing Tales of Grace's F. And I swear that Pascal sounds like Milliam, so I'm not sure which VA did Milliam. I also found out that that the Milliam that was in that the VA that did Milliam in Cold Steel 2 also voiced Rise in Persona 4 Dancing, so that's kind of cool. But I guess that explains why Milliam wasn't voiced by the same person that did her in 2, because she went to go voice Rise in Persona 4 Dancing. So I guess that makes sense. And you could tell that it's once you hear it, you can tell that it's Milliam. Like, I couldn't tell while I was playing, but when I went back to, when I was editing the videos for Persona 4 Dancing, I actually could hear the Milliam in Rise's voice, and I was like, oh my god, why couldn't I have picked this up sooner when it came to the voice? It was like, oh shoot, I didn't expect that. But to be fair, from what I found out, that a lot of the Trails of Cold, the Trails cast also voice in Persona and vice versa. So, because I found out that one of the characters in Persona 4 Dancing also voiced Fee in one of these games. I'm not sure which one. And then, of course, the person that does Fee also voices Morgana from Persona 5. So that's something. I do wonder though what's going to be the next character interaction that we're going to have. Are we going to see all of the old members of Class 7 in this or not? Another thing that would be interesting is, are we going to have intersecting routes, like while we're playing, let's say Rain's route, for example, are we going to interact with Lloyd's group or C's group, Like, are we actually going to interact with are we going to interact, you know, like, because they did that in Detroit Become Human for like one mission where while we were playing as Cora, trying to get away, we we switched in the middle of her route to Connor, and we had to catch up with Cora, and we had to play as Connor, and then we had to switch, and then we switched to Cora, you know, and then switched back to Connor, you know, and stuff. And I thought that was very interesting, you know, having an inner, like, we were on one route. Like, it was almost like we were doing one route. But we were playing as two characters at the same time during one route instead of having to switch to one route to another route to another route. And I thought that was interesting. I'm wondering if this game's going to do something like that. That would be interesting.
The Emperor and Empress must be worried sick.
Princess Elfin has tried to put on a brave face at school, but deep down,
Yeah, we can't go to the palace. We knew that. Okay, so the next location. Yeah, they pretty much wants us to explore all the districts. That's what they're telling us that they want us to do.
As usual here, even with the prince gone MIA.
the information blackout.
Oh, sorry. I'll try not to interrupt them when they're speaking like that, but okay. I don't remember. Okay, Vivi, I remember her. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I knew one of them was. I knew that they were twins, but I couldn't remember which one. Which one was which? Because I only remember Vivi. It's good that they get to see each other again, though, like that. Okay. I know that Reen and his group's trying to find, what's his name? Oliver and Charizard. But I wonder, how long is that going to be? How long is it going to take us to before we find them? And part of me's thinking that the what's his name, the Rufus that is at the you know, at the Capitol and trying to and took over Crossbell there, that we saw at the beginning. I don't think that that's actually Rufus. I feel like that's a fake. You know, like, I'm not saying that it isn't a fake. It's just a theory that I'm having, is that what if that's not actually Rufus? You know, like, what if it's a fake Rufus? You know, like, someone pretending to be Rufus to make everyone to make Rufus have a bad rep, you know, like to destroy Rufus's reputation and stuff like that. What if the real Rufus got kidnapped? Or something, you know. Or maybe Rufus is under disguise. It wouldn't move past me. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I mean, with this series, you know, especially with Crow being C in the first gate, in the first Cold Steel, and then being Siegfried in Cold Steel 3, and Angelica being Rose Raid or whatever the flip that was in Cold Steel 4. So it wouldn't surprise me at this rate if they pull something like that with Rufus. Like what if Rufus had to go undercover as a different name until the fake Rufus thing goes on, is dead. But again, it is just a theory. No spoilers in the comments, please, in the comments section. I'm just having a theory here, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, what the heck's going on here. Okay, so we're done talking to those guys. Okay, there isn't really any more need, so we'll just continue there. And I think here is where we're going to end this time. Next time we will continue on Reen's route, unless the game forces us to switch over to either Lloyd or C. I think that we're going to end because what I'm trying to do is, finish up as many routes as possible before we move on, and stuff like that. So anyway, this is Nazo signing off. Thank you guys again for watching this part of Trails into Reverie. Stay tuned for more parts of Trails into Reverie. Also, let me know in the comments what character you guys would like to see for the next set. Because I can even, as long as it's a character that I've met, and I'll let you guys know if I've met the character or not, then I could do it, even if it's a non-Sonic character, because if you guys remember, back in Cold Steel 1 and 2, 3, and 4, I've met other characters outside of the Sonic franchise. So, just to keep that in mind. Anyway, catch you guys next time. Goodbye.